There seems to be a big battle going on online about what to use, when to use it, what's better. And basically, what it comes down to is there's a bunch of people that are saying that they want to use CAD for their Polygon models. And a lot of people are saying that you get garbage topology from a CAD model. And to some degree, that's true, but there is a fix for that if you own ZBrush. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a CAD model that we're going to export to ZBrush, and then we're going to remesh it so that we can open it up in Blender. And then we're going to take a look at what the results are like. So first thing is, here's our CAD model. It's very easy to create in CAD, be kind of a pain to accurately create in something like Blender or Maya or anything like that. So anyway, what we're going to do is if we go to the Utilities tab in Fusion and we go to the Make, the 3D print, so we're going to click on that, and then our settings come up. And the big thing that we want to do here is we want to use custom. So if we check our refinement options, what we're going to see here is that depending on what we set things to, let's go preview mesh. So we're going to select it. So here you can see the results that we would get if we export this. And I want to be kind of clear that these settings right here are the settings that you would want to use before you export a mesh. I'm going to say that this will cover the majority of them. The only thing that you're going to need to change possibly is the maximum edge length, and that's going to be dependent on the size of your model. So in this case, what we can see is that it divides it into these little squares. That's what we want because we don't want any long strips of polygons anywhere, because that's what causes the biggest problem. So essentially, if I take this and turn it to say 10, it's not going to take that, so let's try 5. All right, so I go 5. Here's what I was talking about. You can see these long triangular shaped polygons. Those are horrible, and that's exactly what we want to avoid. So we want to split this up. So in this case, we're going to change that back to 1/2 of an inch. And now you can see that it divides it up, and we don't have any of those really long polygons, the triangular polygons. So now that we have that, we're going to say okay, and then we're going to export this. We'll say test topology. We'll save it out. Now here we are inside of ZBrush, and what we want to do is we want to click the import button. We want to bring in our model. As soon as our model comes in, what we want to do is we want to draw it out on the screen, switch to edit. So if we turn on the polyframe, we can see exactly what kind of topology we have. Now obviously this isn't great, but it's a lot better than what it would have been. So what we want to do now is we want to click on the Geometry tab. We want to come down here to the Z remesher. We want to set the polygon count. In this case, we're at 5,000, and that should be pretty good. We might change it up, but we'll see. So the first thing we want to do is the curve strength. I want to set that to 100, and I want to go ahead and click the Z remesh. And let's see what kind of results that gives us. So now you can see that we have a quad mesh. Everything looks fairly decent. So let's export this out and take a look at it in Blender. So now what we want to do is we want to click the export. Let's go ahead and call this test topology B. Now here we are in Blender, and let's go ahead and bring our model in. So we're going to import our OBJ. We're going to go ahead and grab that test topology _B. And now here's our model. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to hit R and X. I'm going to hold down Control. And we can take a look at it right now. If we turn on Shade Smooth and we look at it, it doesn't look bad. But what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add a subdivision surface modifier to it. So let's go ahead and select that. Let's select our modifier. Let's go to the search, and we'll use a subdivision surface, and we're just going to double it in the display. Now here you can see that everything looks great and we have really nice topology. What more can you ask for? Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please hit the like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.